Hey y'all, I didn't expect to be posting a second video so soon, but I've got to tell you something. A week ago today was my 48th birthday, and I bought myself two presents. The first one was probably the shittiest present you could get yourself ever, and the second present was probably one of the best deals I've ever got in my life. And, well, that's an exaggeration, but I'm fucking stoked about it. First, the shitty birthday present. Are you ready for this? I bought myself reading glasses from Walgreens. And the bad thing is, they fucking work. Alright, now, the good present. Check this out. Where'd that thing go? Hang on. Does this look familiar to anybody? This is the biggest piece of shit I've ever bought in my life. This regulator, $35 for the kit. It was regulator and the stone, you know, the stainless steel stone. Well, I bought the tank for, I think it was like $12. The regulator didn't go on the tank. It stripped out the threads, and it never did work. So, it's the biggest piece of shit I've ever bought in my life. So I got to thinking. I looked on some of my aviation websites. I know there are oxygen tanks that are available for people who like home build their airplanes, or who want to retrofit, you know, a commercial, not a commercial, but a production, you know, general aviation plane with oxygen. But it ended up, those things were like $350, and it had a bunch of shit I didn't need. So I looked on Craigslist, and you guys are gonna shit your pants. I looked on Craigslist, and I saw this ad for an oxygen tank, you know, and it had a little picture. It just looked like a regular oxygen tank, like we used to carry around the ambulance or whatever. And so I called him, and he didn't know anything about it. He couldn't answer any of my questions, and he's about a 45-minute drive from here. So I went ahead and drove on down there. I told him, you know, I'm pretty interested in it. If, you know, if there are a couple things that check out, you know, like they have to be hydrostatically tested every 5 years, I think it is, you know, pressure tested. You know, I took a chance. I drove down there and checked it out. And in the meantime, I called around some of the airports to some of the people I know. And they told me to call, well, gave me a couple places to call. I ended up calling this Hawker Beechcraft FBO, and you know, basically it's a mechanic, aircraft mechanic. And I asked him about their oxygen service, and he said basically it doesn't matter what size tank it is. It could be a tank this big, or it could be one of the huge cylinders for a jet. It's a flat fee of $50. And I told him, you know, look, I don't need it completely full. I don't need 2,000 PSI in it. 500 PSI probably would last me for the rest of my life. You know, we only use 10-second bursts at a time. And I explained to him what I was going to be using it for. And he said, well, you know, just come on in. And so I'm like, yeah, man, 6-pack and I got some free oxygen. Just in case the tank down there, you know, I decided to take it and it was empty. You know, which the guy found. He bought a house, found it in the basement, you know. So hard telling how long it had been sitting there. So anyway, I drove 45 minutes down there and looked at this oxygen tank, and well, here it is. I got a fucking oxygen tank with this gay ass little cart thing. It's got the regulator. And I couldn't find any of my keys, but it had one hanging on it. So, I cranked the tank open, and, here, let me show you here. I cranked the tank open, and to my surprise, see if I can get this in the picture. Here's the pressure gauge. To my surprise, 2,000 PSI. The fucking thing is full. So, that thing will last for 50 years. As little oxygen as we use for our oxygenating our work. I'm set, man. Yeah, that was the best damn present. Well, you know, in comparison to buying reading glasses, that was pretty sweet. So anyway, that's something I forgot to mention in my first video. So hey, I got 2 videos now. I'm catching up to you guys. Watch out. Cool. See you later.